Hey guys, my name is Luke Mason from 5goodtimes.com, and today guys I want to show you something that I made. Here, as you can see, I set up a saltwater tank. Right now there's a lawnmower gobies under a rock. There's a xenia in there. There's another type of leather polycoral. There's a few hermit crabs and a few snails here and there. It's just a bunch of stuff. Here, as you guys can see, there's a canister filter. I suggest you guys use a canister filter. It's much better than a regular overhang filter. You guys can use an overhang filter. I did use an overhang and then I replaced it with this. Yeah, so you guys can choose between that, but I feel a canister filter is much better. There is a wave maker. You guys should have a circulation pump, as you guys can see. It's a circulation pump. And a regular heater in the back. So now, let me show you the thing that I made. So this is a homemade protein skimmer, because protein skimmers are very expensive. They can go for $100, $200 for a protein skimmer for a tank. So the easiest way is to get 2 small water bottles or 2 big water bottles and cut the top half off the water bottles. Leave the caps, glue them together, and I took a piece of tube, as you guys can see here. Inside here, there's a tube right here, and what the tube does is make sure that the bubbles go through that instead of just going up and then just going right through. So it's kind of like a collection cup. And down here, there's a fine air stone that I bought, and you guys can see there are many holes, 3 holes on like almost each side, and there are 2 suction cups to hold it in place. Here is just a simple 10 to 30 gallon air pump. This is not something that I run all the time, but this is something that I run every few days. I'll run the protein skimmer. So here, let me show you how it works. So if you guys can see, the bubbles are being formed by the air stone, and they're pretty fine. And the protein sticks to these bubbles, and you can see the bubbles starting to build up. And eventually, what happens is the bubbles get to a certain point, and they flow over. But the thing is, you have to adjust to where the bubbles are. So this one needs to be moved a little bit down. And if you give it a little bit of time, you'll see that bubbles will start to come up through the top, and you see that there will be some water in your collection cup after a few hours. So if you guys can see here, inside the collection cup there's a little bit of water, and that's skimming, which you guys just dump down the drain once you're done using the protein skimmer. See if you guys can see here, the bubbles are starting to come out, and those bubbles go into the collection cup, and then you, as I said, dump it down the drain. Yeah, that's how a protein skimmer works, and how to make an easy one for about $5. See you next time at 5 Good Times.